cleared, and always right back among the bears, bobcats.
You could hear him a-calling the sheep plain to look off rock up yonder.
Well, I was coming out there as a dating a girl, a walking to that area light, or anything. Just feeling my way.
Listen. Listen very closely, for the sound is vanishing. It was the daily song of the mountaineer. It is the language of our ancestors. Its roots survive in the southern mountains. Mountaineers have long been ridiculed for their speech. They seem to have no concept of grammar, and so they appear ignorant. Quite the opposite is true, however. It's not that mountaineers use poor grammar, they use an earlier one.
We're following grammatical rules that are centuries old, and we're doing it consistently.
Listen to the way Wiley Oakley from the Great Smoky Mountains said the verb waiting.
I was just waiting for her to call me.
Men like Wiley have been a-waiting on their brides, a-comin' and a-goin' since the days of Chaucer, when the letter A appeared in verbs ending with ing.
She was a-crying 'cause she couldn't get home.
Molly Julian from Roan Mountain does this too. She also does something with the letter R that may have its roots in the lowlands of Scotland.
All Scots love the R. Now, they trill their R. We no longer make that trilling sound in Appalachia, but we love the R so much that we insert it into words where it doesn't even belong.
And I think the branch got up and washed it off.
Wash. Mountaineers will pronounce an R every chance they get.
But Dad, a man ought to be a good hand if he'd save his life.
Ray Hicks from Banner Elk, North Carolina, has one of the oldest mountain dialects in the country. Listen carefully to the way he says the word helped.
You my man, said you hope me I.
Ray says hope. It was the original past tense of help about 600 years ago. Helped is a more modern form.
Our usage has remained the same. It is the usage of the rest of American English and British English that has changed.
I don't know what they made out of it, but anyway, it's poison.
The word hit first appeared in Old English over 1,000 years ago. The H has been lost through the years, but you can still find it in the mountains.
Yeah, it's ready to wash.
So it got down here at the old May's store. You ever see it?
Why do these old forms still exist in mountain speech? Because our ancestors were storytellers, and in the isolation of the mountains, the sound of the spoken word was treasured. Listen to the music in Wiley Oakley's speech.
So I started out the door, I looked back, and she sort of smiled and said, "You ought to give me a lock of your hair before you leave me up in these wild mountains." So it made me a little madder.
We have the richest American dialect there is. Appalachian English flows and rolls. It's melodic. It's rhythmic.
Well, no, it ain't true. It's just some jokes that we always would tell, you know, who was around them old grocery stores, sitting by the stove, you know. Then another thing...
It is a dialect for storytellers, and it lives only in the sound of spoken words. Our storytellers are changing, and so is the sound. Today, mountain speech faces its greatest threat.
It changes for sure.
Dan Rattle reporting. You've got
Is that a new hat?
Change their lives forever. The same sources say no other officers are implicated.
That's all we had. We had nothing else to look to for no cheer up or of a feeling, you know.